Okay, so here we have the richest customer wealth problem, and we are given an m by n integer grid, which is accounts, and we are supposed to compute the richest customer wealth. The customer wealth is the amount of money they have in their bank accounts. So the richest customer is the customer that has the maximum wealth. So when we look at this example of an account, the first customer, we just sum the money in their bank account, and the second customer, you just compare them. And with this, since they are both six, we just return six. But in the second case where you have three customers and you have so this is a 3 by 2 matrix, and three customers. Once the richest customer is the second customer over here, 7 plus 3, which is 10, which is the highest of 6, 10, and 8. So this is straightforward, and let me copy this right here. Let's do this. So we have the richest customer problem, and we are given an M by N account. So let me see, the M is the customer, and the N would be the, let me see, number of banks. Let me just say the banks here. Okay. And so, is there a clever approach to solving this? The thing is, we would have to scan the full matrix. So if we had let's say a 6 by 3 matrix, we have to go through all the 6 rows, and this M being our row and this N being our columns. All right. So we have to do a row-wise traversal. Then we do our reduction. This kind of pattern runs through these 2D problems. So our reduction here will be our sum. We are going to sum, then we are going to aggregate, and our aggregate is the max function. So the idea here is we traverse each customer. So we traverse each customer, and for each customer, so for each customer, what do we want to do? We want to compute the total of their bank account, right? So compute the total of their bank accounts. And whilst doing that, we keep track of the maximum wealth encountered, right? Keep track of the maximum wealth encountered. All right. And so for each customer, which is our M over here, which is a customer, we compute the um total of their bank. This compute is going to be an n iterations. All right. So we have an M, we will be having an M iteration, and we'll have an n iteration. All right. And this is per customer. This is per customer. All right. Okay. So we can test this and see. Yeah, I think that is fine. So we would code that up in Java. I'll go back and pick just copy this right here. All right. So maximum wealth. So this would keep track of my maximum wealth. So I have a variable max wealth, which is 0. And at the end of the day, that's what we are going to return. We are going to return maximum, or we are going to return the max wealth. All right. So let me write my test. And so I'm calling the app maximum wealth. So this one is taking an integer array. So let me put this in there. We just do only one test. So since this is Java, all right, let me just do this real quick. The effect of copying and pasting. All right. So once, and I expect a 6 because my output is a 6. So I expect a 6, and I set that my expected is equal to my actual, but I have nothing in there, so the test will fail. But I just want to see if I have any errors in my test syntax. So using JUnit, everything Java. Okay, that's nice. Java, and run that. JUnit. Let me just scan the class path. Okay, so one test failed. And so let's go ahead and write the logic. And so this is our logic. For each customer, we just compute the total and just track the max what we've encountered. Okay, so I'll use a simple for loop. Customer account in my accounts. What I'm going to do is I'm going to compute the customer wealth. So int customer wealth is equal to compute customer wealth. And I'm going to pass in the customer's bank account. Okay. And so then I will keep track of the max wealth. So the max wealth is equal to the maximum of our current max wealth and the customer wealth. Then I return my max wealth. So let's code this up. So the customer wealth is taken in the customer bank account or the customer's account. And so keep track of the total amount in there. And so for int money in the customer account, our total is equal to our total plus the money, and we just return the total. All right, so I think this should be fine. So I'll go ahead and run my test. Okay, and I have one successful test. So I just copy this whole thing and move here. So let me just remove this. Okay, let me just run. Let me just submit it. All right, so I've made a submission. 34 out of 34 test case passed and it's accepted. So that's okay. We move to Python. So with the Python, it's the same thing. I'll just copy all these. All right, just clear this up. Let me take out the self. And it's the same idea here. So um, row-wise, traversal, reduction, then we aggregate. And the idea is traversing each customer, just like we did in the Java. But Python has it has some fluent syntax, so we are not going to be writing a lot of stuff we did here for Java. All right, so max wealth is equal to 0. So for customer accounts in the accounts, the customer's wealth. So this one will be a customer wealth. It's equal to the sum of the customer account, sum of the money in the customer account. Then we keep track of the max wealth. It's equal to max of the max wealth with the customer wealth. And we just return our max wealth. So I think this should be fine. Let's test it locally. So this is my test. I'll go ahead and copy. These are the questions. I'll just go ahead and copy this one right here. That's a second example. And I'll use it as my local test. And the expected result is 10. So this should be 10. All right, so I'm doing an asset equals 10 equal to the result I get from my method, which is being written up here. And I'll just, so Python test make the PY and our test was successful. So I'll go ahead and copy all this and place it here and indent. And so while I submit this, I should pass. It's straightforward. Okay, so that's also passed. 34 out of 34. Okay. Thank you.